Hey, it's Matt. Welcome to my review for season Wheel of Time, season 2, episode 1. I have my reaction to it posted. I'm actually, uh, so now this is gonna be a short review, just some points. Okay. So again, this is my short short form review of Wheel of Prime, season 2, episode 1. Spoilers for my review. This episode sucked about as bad as most of the first season episodes did. Not quite as bad as episode 5 or 6, but as bad as the rest. You know. To start with, this is the second season where they don't open with Robert Jordan's iconic opening to every book of the Wheel of Time, which is basically as follows: The wheel of time turns, and ages come and pass, leaving memories that become legend, then fade to myth, and are long forgot when that age comes again. In one age, called the third age by some, an age yet to come, an age long past, a wind rose in the mountains of doom. The wind was not the beginning. There are neither beginnings or endings to the turning of the wheel of time, but it was a beginning. And then what follows in each book is a specific path that the wind he was talking about, the wind that was not the beginning, flows down and it leads you to the opening plot of the chapter, right? So that should be the beginning of both seasons. Like not show Rain doing her spiel on either season. It should be Robert Jordan's opening. But then again, this is not Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time. This is Rafe Judkins and Amazon's Wheel of Prime. So I'm not going to belabor this review. Lots of people are saying lots of different things, and I don't want to give you a 45-minute review. Where you're just going to spend all the time with that and not with I'd like to see a bunch of other stuff. So I'll try to. Hopefully, this will be over in 10 minutes. So here's my thoughts. Start with, keep in mind that for season 1, they did one book, The Eye of the World. You could legitimately have gotten 2.5 seasons out of that if you really like talking in absolute terms. Yeah, Judkins literally skipped over 75% of the book. He invented his own story and essentially just used character names and place names. This season builds off that failure of story construction, which means it has to invent not only new show-only storylines to build a narrative because of the bandage Jordans, it has to basically try to carry the story on its own without the successful work that have sold millions of books. I've already commented on the show's version of the Dark Friend Social, but I will amend one more thing to my previous video. Okay, their little prologue, right, which was the prologue to book 2, was the Dark Friend Social, replaced the entire contents of the book's Dark Friend Social, right, where Ishmael in the book is always calling himself Balzaman, is sort of preaching to the masses from the dark point of view. You will do the Dark Lord's will. This is the way it's going. I mean, it's one of those type of things, But instead, we get Ishmael teaching a random tinker girl that Trollocs are just misunderstood because they're hungry. They took the opening Dark Friend Social that Jordan created, to do something, and did that with it. I don't know what to. My next point of order. This episode's about 50 minutes of scenery, so to speak, meaning visuals and audio and all that. Rand al'Thor, the Dragon Reborn, the main character of the Wheel of Prime, which, by the way, that Dark Friend Social is when Ishmael tells the Dark Friends, Rand al'Thor is the Dragon Reborn, and everyone starts to get their marching orders, right? Anyway, Rand al'Thor, the Dragon Reborn, main character of the Wheel of Time, appears in about only 10 to 20 seconds of this episode. The Wheel of Prime, basically. I got a feeling that Joseph Stradowski, the actor who plays Rand, may have told the showrunners he wants out. He had saved his head for another TV show, which he's clearly prioritizing over Wheel of Prime. Shownave has more screen time in episode than Rand does in all 3 total. So that means in each episode, if you add up Show Nynaeve's time, right, and then all the time Rand had for all 3 episodes, each episode Nynaeve has more time than him for the entire of the 3 total. Okay, I'm guessing that they're gonna sideline Rand and drag in Nynaeve by the end of the next season, basically. Even when this crap show seems like it might actually be being somewhat correct, they basically then follow up with a scene that destroys their own work. Let's go with an example of the scene in the kitchen with the novices. Okay, Alana, she takes some time off from all of her sexual activity, gangbang on Waters, trying to groom other novices and all that, to train novices. And so she used her wood-style jutsu in order to teach them how to clean water, right? Shonave can't break through her block. In a rare nod to the book, her simmering anger to the eyes Shodai is apparent. So Shonave acts somewhat how real Nynaeve might act or react, and a fit of anger just chugs the dirty water, her temper getting the better of her. Now, book Nynaeve, well, Nynaeve, because I'm not going to call, I'm not going to say it because it's Shonave and Nynaeve. Nynaeve would have either thrown the water in Alana's face, and because her temper would have gotten out of control, or drunk it, or channeled so hard because of anger, the glass would have exploded, Then they give you a little bit of progress with Shonave resembling Nynaeve, and they destroy it all. They literally destroy it all when the eyes Shodai assemble with Shoyam, or Siriam, okay, who looks nothing like Book Shiriam, but in fact looks like Katsuan, the ocular sandpaper Katsuan. So blatant miscasting again, right? Apparently Dudkin decided to change the lore from the book here. In the book, novices attend classes and have specific studies, like specific class studies or assignments, so to speak, right? They don't get mentored by specific Aes Sedai in general until they become accepted, at which point the sisterhood looks at their personality and such and starts having sisters from the Ajas that they're more likely to join and mentor them, okay? So this is what they're doing in this scene is more like what an accepted will have done, not a novice. And so we're introduced to the ongoing mystery of Liandrin doing stuff for Shorain, even though Shorain is no longer an Aes Sedai because she's been severed, and we watch as that script does unfold with Liandrin just doing stuff and constantly changing her character from face to heel. One more point, but I don't want to leave it, but I have to get one more point, okay? So in the books, there are two Aes Sedai sisters, Adelace and Veldana. They decide to change or merge Veldana with Varen. In the process, they don't apparently bother with Book Varen's personality, which is very Sherlock Holmes-like. So they do something logical, you might think, with an adaptation. They merge some characters and then they fumble at the 50-yard line. They basically destroy this, or in the case, they plant the root of the character's destruction. I'm not going to spoil the later books, okay? But there's no way that this show version of Varen, and I will call her Varen Shodai, can accomplish what Varen Sedai does believably, okay? Just a limited exposure on her, going ahead 2 or 3 episodes here. There's no way she can do what Book Varen does, okay? Believably. And, one more point, I gotta say it, okay? Which is foreshadowing for later books, okay? If we make it far enough to steal proper nouns from Book 6, when Alana does something particularly unethical, I won't spoil it, you can bet that this version of Alana is doing it is in no way going to be depicted as bad as it actually is. It's coming across as creepy and grooming style. But this will probably allow Dudkin to fulfill one of the desires that he boasted about as to change the nature of Rand's character way back before the series even premiered. This is I wasn't going to 0 out of 10. This is a negative 17 out of 10. Okay? They could have done some sort of soft reset and tried to be less woke and more of the proper noun, be able to join to work, but they didn't. Frack the show, but you'll be hearing more from me about it. Okay? Thanks for watching my video. Smash the like button if you liked it. Hit this like button, but I can't. I'm just mad. I'm out of here, and I'm going to try to sleep this off.